Hey guys, Will and Alex here from Stay Frosty Cinema.
And today we're talking about the Battlefield 4 open beta and the changes that we've noticed, what we like and what we dislike, and what we think it means for Battlefield.
Generally, how it works, sort of in the broader terms. Now, first things, a few things that have changed, big important things, or not important things, but graphic technicalities with the new Frostbite 3 engine. Now, it's not entirely new because it's built a lot off of Frostbite 2, but
yeah, the waves are really nice.
Yeah, the waves are nice, but it's definitely a noticeable change. They fixed a lot of animation quirks, sound quirks. There's a lot of new technical things that make the game more complex, and you'll definitely notice those as you go along. And graphically, you can really appreciate what DICE has done because they're like the best in the business. Now, not everyone, graphics is not a big deal to everyone, but definitely in Battlefield games, it's impossible to ignore. And you'll see the detail in the lighting and everything in Battlefield 4, except on consoles.
Just for the record, this is Xbox 360 gameplay, so it's not at the prime.
Getting to that, in consoles, you will see a massive, catastrophic, almost, reduction to the texture quality.
Are you talking next-gen consoles?
In the current-gen consoles. Yeah. And this is because right now, this is on, is this Conquest or on
This is Conquest.
Okay, sorry. I'm shit about it, but anyway. So when you play the big full map ones, as opposed to like TDM when the full game is out, if you're on a current gen console, you'll see that you're pushing that to the very limit, and you'll see a huge reduction in textures. And that's not something that DICE really wants to do, but it's just something you'll notice. And unfortunately, that does sort of catch your eye when you're holding a big weapon that looks like it's covered in mud. But the other thing is that it's still a very beautiful game. So yeah. And then moving on to a bit more gameplay-wise things.
Yeah, first gameplay functionality thing I noticed was the way ammo works. When you reload, you don't keep the spare bullets in your clip. You discard all the ammo in that clip, and you put in a fresh new one. So it's not the way Call of Duty works, whereas if you have 5 bullets left in your clip, and you reload, those 5 go back into your, somehow magically go back into your thing. They're gone. Those bullets.
And that is definitely a touch of realism, not realism for the sake of just blatant realism, like an animation thing or something, but that is something that will affect gameplay.
It's definitely going to make the support class more important. Resupplying is going to be more important in the game, whereas resupplying in the support class, really in Battlefield 3, you played support if you wanted to have an LMG.
Yeah.
Not really if your squad needed ammo. Well, I guess RPG ammo was important to hand out. But what I noticed is that supply packs don't resupply RPGs. You'll see later in this game I'm like throwing supply packs like Rick Kakis, who's in the squad I'm playing with. And he's like dancing around and he can't get any more RPG ammo from them.
So it's kind of it's difficult to really tell the full scale of the effect that this feature adds, but it definitely will be a noticeable one. Moving on to...
Oh, there's also counter-knifing. This guy didn't counter-knife me, but the helicopter killed me.
Oh, well.
And then crashed into the building.
So that's what happens in Battlefield, yeah. Anyway, moving on to med packs and resupply and how they work, as Alex has sort of touched on, they're different, and now they are one-time
Well, no, I haven't
things.
Really talked about med packs and resupplies. Yeah. They don't really... Like, med packs and resupplies don't create like a infinite aura of ammo and or health. It's kind of like they're very temporary and they don't give you very much, and so it's kind of annoying to have to keep throwing out med packs or keep throwing out resupply packs. I don't think that was a problem in Battlefield 3. I think what was the biggest problem was defibrillators, and that was you just kill 10 people in the most epic play ever, and you're feeling really good about yourself, and you're reloading, and this guy comes along and just dances around patty caking everyone, and then they're all back alive, and everything you did was just not worth anything now.
Yeah, because in that, defibrillators could solve like a 1,000-foot jet crash.
Yeah, you could crash out of... I think, I don't know about this, but I think one of the things that could have worked, and Call of Duty even has this, had this for their Last Stand perk, is if you got killed a certain way, you wouldn't go into the perk, or you wouldn't be able to revive. So say you were killed by falling damage, or killed by an explosion, you wouldn't be able to be defibrillized, just gunshots really.
Is that evident in Battlefield 4?
I don't think so.
So we don't actually know.
I think you can just defib anyone who's died in any way. Yeah. You just have a certain number of charges, and you have more time in between charges that you need to wait.
But on that very front in this video on how Battlefield 4 works, we don't actually know. But that's something I think they should implement because, just so you know. And then, yeah, so that's on med packs and resupplies. And
There's also
they're
5-man squads. This is
Yes.
new. This is nice. Definitely good to not have to leave a friend out of your squad. Of course, people are still going to get left out if you want 6
you have
people.
6 if you have a.
But
more
hopefully
than
you can have
5
5 people and a commander and still have fun that way.
Mm-hmm.
It's also important because the respawn times have been increased. So having that extra guy to stay alive and not lose your squad perks or whatever is helpful. Yeah. Just having an extra person to spawn up because the spawn times are increased, which is a bit more annoying, especially in shooters. We've come to know short respawn times in shooters.
Definitely. Did you mention how med packs and resupplies are one-off?
Pardon? I thought I did.
Oh yeah. Well, if we missed, if we
I feel like you have an infinite number of med packs. Like when I was playing
I'm pretty
Assault,
sure you do. But when you throw
it
them,
said I had 0
yeah,
left, but I could keep throwing them.
I blanked there. Yes. So yeah, they are. See, here you go.
Yeah.
You can watch them, and you just pick some right up. And so that's
And
kind of annoying, but nah.
Yeah.
We'll see if they change that or not. And then more about sort of the technicalities and how the whole game worked is they've really amped up the destruction. And I think one of the things I didn't really play much I didn't really play much Bad Company, but from what I heard, the destruction in that was very widespread and crazy. And then in Battlefield 3, it almost took a hit. And then in this, it's more large-scale events. So that's the difference, and it's interesting to see how the map works like that.
Anyways, this is pretty much the end of the highlights of my first full game on
As
Battlefield.
you can see, in the nature of betas, it's glitchy as balls. Stuff is loading up whenever it pleases. And yeah, so thanks for watching. Leave your comments on the Battlefield 4 beta, what you think of it. And until next time, subscribe and stay frosty.